Hello, hello. Oh, snap. I went to Agape International Spiritual Center yesterday. I feel like I float when I leave that place. It is so inspiring and so expansive. I'm literally floating as I walk out the door. And of course, yesterday, like always, was such an aligned message for me personally, and I'm pretty sure for the entire theater. The message was, what do you do as the path narrows? This path of life narrows on this spiritual journey, on this journey of self-awareness, the recognition of who and what we truly are, releasing our old conditioning. The path continues to narrow. I've experienced this in my own life, and so everything that was being said was resonating so deeply. And so when this deeper self-awareness begins to be cultivated, it's very difficult to continue certain patterns or habits that come up in our lives because we're so aware of it that it's like we can't fool ourselves anymore. It's so obvious. So we begin to start letting go, right? We start letting go of these old habits and things that are keeping us stuck or keeping us not feeling the way we want to feel. Despite the resistance, the awareness allows us to transcend them. The path is getting more narrow. And then the path gets even more narrow, and you start listening and recognizing that this heart is calling you to something bigger. And there's so much resistance. And so maybe we stay on our wide path for a while, and we distract ourselves, and we pretend it's not there because there's so much resistance. The mind can create so much resistance to following this calling of the heart and this calling of following our intuition, right? And this is just life. I feel when I think about this, I think about how life is just chipping away, molding us as we go along this journey to be the person that we were put here to be, to do the things that we were put here to do. There's just this chipping and this breaking away of the old, right? The old conditioning, the old habits. And it takes time to really step into and change and shift the mindset of that deeper knowing of the person that you came here to be and the things that you want to do, because our old habits and patterns will just keep us stuck, right? And so again, the path just continues to narrow and continues to narrow, and we can't deny it. And I love thinking about the resistance that comes up. And so for those of you listening or here with me, and this is what I do for myself, is there something that's coming up in your life right now that you have resistance around? Is there something that you feel a deeper calling towards, but there is so much freaking resistance that you just ignore it? You put it off, you pretend it's not there, and it doesn't go away, it doesn't disappear. What is that thing? And if there is something that's coming up for you, there could be a number of things. Life is always calling us to step into something grander and expand, always. Especially on this journey when you're in the stillness and you're connected to yourself and you're meditating. And there's that deeper connection that you are creating with yourself and with life and the world around you. You know you're here to follow that, right? You are here to expand into that. Where's the resistance? Where is it coming up? And is there one thing that we can do to step into it today? And it's so uncomfortable. But honestly, comfort begins to become uncomfortable. This idea that we can stay comfortable and not follow it, or just, no, I need to meditate a little bit more, or maybe I just need more stillness. It becomes so uncomfortable. The comfort, the perceived comfort and stability that we think we have becomes so distracting and so uncomfortable and really just creates suffering. This is at least from my own experience. Trying to stay in this comfort of what I've known from my past just creates suffering. So literally life is like, you cannot ignore me. You cannot ignore what's calling you. You can't ignore this inner work or this bigger expansion of what's available for us here. And this is how the message was ended. The path gets so narrow that eventually there's nowhere to go. There's nothing, you can't go anywhere, and you have to just fly. And then you fly. You step through the resistance and you fly. I've experienced this on many levels on my own. So in my own life. So what a powerful message, right? It's so good. What are you resisting? How can we step more fully into it? How can we listen? Listen to the heart. Oh, thank you guys so much. If you ever have a chance to go to Agape in LA, please do so. It's amazing. Remember, be bold in your truth. I love you so much, and I'll see you soon.